2b2t is one of the most legendary servers in the history of Minecraft. From the groups that are dedicated to destroying your builds, whether it be through exploits or social engineering, the people that are dedicated to making the most insane builds that you've ever seen on a Minecraft server, or even the players that are pushing Minecraft to its absolute limits through their technical know-how. There is no denying that this is one of the most, if not the most legendary server in the history of Minecraft. But after 15 years of being open, what is 2b2t like in 2025? To see for myself, I took a three-pronged approach. First was actually joining the server to see what was happening on it myself. Next was reaching out to people on the 2b2t subreddit to interview them and see what them and their groups are up to these days. Finally, I started digging through all of the baritone and meteor client code just to kind of get an idea of what kind of hacks people are using on the server and how advanced they are. So getting into the first prong, after joining the server, I noticed that the chat is literally just spammed with bots that are selling items. I just ignored all that and wanted to see how hard it was to escape spawn without using any hacks to kind of see what all the people are talking about, right? I'm not going to go through the whole spawn escape. I made a whole other video on it, but just know that it's not hard. People really aren't kidding when they say it's not hard anymore. After escaping spawn, I traveled way out to set up a base. Kind of just wanted to get the full 2b2t Minecraft experience, get a base going, make it look good, and actually play on the server and see how it goes. My honest opinion about playing on the server solo is it sucks. The whole point of 2b2t, I guess, is finding a group and doing cool things together. So if you want to join the server and just play by yourself, you can do that, but I would recommend against it. You could also just do that in single player Minecraft. Now, speaking of these groups, who are they in 2025 and what are they up to? I was able to get a hold of a few different members from different groups and do some small interviews on Discord, as well as researching and doing some poking and prodding in the chat. I was able to kind of figure out a few things. Two of the most public groups and the most active on the server are the Melon Men and a group called TNT. TNT used to be called Clognet, but recently there was some fallout with the owner, Anarchy2b2t, so the group disbanded and then was reformed by this guy, Rusty8. Their entire goal is making spawn hard to escape again, to kind of bring back some of the challenge to the server. One of the other most popular groups on the server is called the Melon Men, and they do the exact opposite thing. They try and help people escape spawn, making their life a little bit easier on the server. Now, those are the most public groups. There are a lot of other smaller groups, or groups just formed by a few friends. But what about all of those notorious groups that make the server so well known? Well, I know that Imperium at least is still active because they won't stop messaging me, but it kind of makes a lot of sense because if you read through all of this, they previously disbanded from the server for pure hatred from the rest of the community, which makes sense because if it's anything back then like it is today, these guys suck. One of the other most notorious groups on the server is the Fifth Column, who is known for their hacking abilities, but it seems like they've recently been branching out to destroying other people's servers and making their lives hell in classic 2b2t fashion. That's kind of what the groups are up to these days. I mean, it's definitely not like it used to be where there's wars and groups going at it with each other, but you can still find a group and get active on the server. Now, what about the hacks? There are two main hack clients that are used on the server. You have Meteor Client and you have Rusher Hack. Meteor Client is a free hacked client, while Rusher Hack is a little bit better, but you gotta pay for it. Both of these hack clients have modules that can do anything ranging from X-raying to highlighting specific blocks, or even automatically placing totems in your hand and automatically trapping other players with obsidian blocks. But the real magic is contained inside this guy right here, Baritone. Baritone is a pathfinding module that utilizes the A-star algorithm. Using this, players are able to clear out entire areas of land for builds, automatically escape from spawn, and even build Lightmatica schematics with it. The awesome thing about the server, in my opinion, is that you can do whatever you want to do. I mean, if you want to hack, go for it. If you want to play vanilla, go for it. You want to grief spawn, you can do it. You want to make a huge build, you can do that too. The server's still really active, but if you're trying to get on the server because you saw FitMc videos, those days are long gone. But the anarchy and the hacking is still there, so at its core, it's still 2b2t. That's it for this one. Please like, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subs. That'd be pretty sick, not gonna lie. If you're here for my Becoming a 2b2t Legend video, it's in the works. I'm building something absolutely huge, so it's been taking me a little bit, but watch out for the next video, it's gonna be sick.